Hi everyone, today I want to talk to you about something that affects every one of us at different points in our lives: negative energy and negative thoughts. Whether it's stress, the weight of a tough day, or just a general feeling of heaviness, negative energy can sneak into our lives and cloud our sense of peace and happiness. But there are ways to become aware of it and clear it so you can start feeling lighter, more positive, and more at peace with yourself. Let's begin by talking about what negative energy actually is. Negative energy isn't just some vague, abstract concept. It's the buildup of negative emotions, thoughts, and feelings that we experience throughout the day. It can come from stress at work, conflicts in relationships, self-doubt, fear, and even from being around others who are feeling negative. Sometimes it can also come from being in environments that don't feel right for us, places that feel too chaotic, cluttered, or draining. When we talk about negative energy, we're also talking about negative thoughts. These are the thoughts that keep looping in our minds, thoughts that make us feel worried, angry, insecure, or even unworthy. Have you ever noticed how one small negative thought can snowball into a bigger one? For example, you might start your day feeling just a little stressed, but as the day goes on, that stress can build into frustration or even feelings of hopelessness. This is how negative energy builds up, one thought, one feeling at a time, until it becomes something that feels overwhelming. Now here's the key: negative energy and negative thoughts feed off of attention. The more we focus on them, the stronger they become. Have you ever caught yourself obsessing over something small that went wrong, and before you know it, you're in a bad mood for the rest of the day? That's because our minds are powerful. Whatever we focus on grows. But here's the good news: just as we can create negative energy by focusing on it, we can also clear it by shifting our focus. The first step to clearing negative energy is awareness. You can't remove what you aren't aware of, right? So let's start with being more conscious of negative thoughts as they arise. Often negative thoughts come in the form of self-criticism or fear. Maybe you've experienced thoughts like, "I'm not good enough. What if I fail?" Or "things never work out for me." These are automatic thoughts that come from a place of insecurity or past experiences. And while it's completely natural to have these thoughts from time to time, it's important to recognize that they aren't facts, they're just thoughts. So what can you do when these thoughts pop up? The first step is not to judge yourself for having them. Negative thoughts are a part of being human. Everyone has them. Instead of getting upset that you're thinking negatively, simply notice the thought. Label it for what it is, just a thought, not the truth. For example, if you find yourself thinking, "I'm never going to succeed," pause for a moment. Don't let that thought snowball into more negativity. Instead, say to yourself, "Okay, I'm having a negative thought about success right now. That's interesting." By acknowledging the thought without judgment, you take away some of its power. The next step is to challenge the thought. Ask yourself, is this really true? Most of the time, negative thoughts aren't based on reality. They're based on fear or insecurity. By challenging them, you start to see that they don't hold as much weight as you initially thought. Once you've acknowledged and challenged the thought, it's time to shift your focus. Instead of feeding the negative thought, replace it with something more positive. This doesn't mean forcing yourself to be unrealistically optimistic, but it does mean choosing a thought that feels a little lighter, a little more empowering. For example, instead of "I'm never going to succeed," you could replace it with "I'm doing my best, and I'm learning as I go." This thought is much kinder and more compassionate, and it helps shift your energy away from negativity and towards growth. Another way to become more conscious of negative energy is by paying attention to how you feel in certain situations. Your emotions are like a compass. They guide you toward what feels right and away from what feels wrong. When you're in a situation that brings negative energy, your body will usually let you know. You might feel tense, anxious, or drained. On the other hand, when you're in a positive, uplifting environment, you'll feel more relaxed, at ease, and energized. So whenever you feel that heaviness or tension, take a moment to pause and ask yourself, what's causing this feeling? Is it something I'm thinking about? Is it something about the environment I'm in? By becoming more aware of these triggers, you can start to take steps to remove yourself from negative situations or reframe negative thoughts. Now let's talk about how to remove negative energy once you've become aware of it. One of the most effective ways to clear negative energy is by practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness is all about being present in the moment and observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. When you're mindful, you're not caught up in the past or worrying about the future. You're simply here, in the present, accepting things as they are. To practice mindfulness, start by taking a few deep breaths. Focus on the sensation of the breath as it moves in and out of your body. As you breathe, notice any thoughts or feelings that come up. Don't try to push them away or fix them, just observe them. Imagine your thoughts as clouds passing by in the sky. You don't have to hold on to them or let them take control of your mood. Just let them float by. This simple practice of observing your thoughts can help you create distance between you and the negative energy. Instead of getting swept up in the negativity, you become a witness to it, which makes it much easier to let go. Gratitude is another powerful tool for clearing negative energy. When we focus on what we're grateful for, it's impossible to feel negative at the same time. Gratitude shifts our focus from what's wrong in our lives to what's right. So whenever you're feeling weighed down by negativity, take a moment to think of a few things you're grateful for. It could be something as simple as having a roof over your head, a warm meal, or a supportive friend. By shifting your focus to gratitude, you immediately lift your energy. Positive affirmations can also be a great way to clear negative energy. These are simple statements that you repeat to yourself to help reprogram your mind to focus on positivity. For example, you could say things like, "I am worthy of love and success. I release all negative energy," or "I choose to focus on peace and joy." Repeating these affirmations daily helps train your mind to stay in a more positive and empowered state. One final thing I want to touch on is forgiveness. Holding on to grudges or resentment can be one of the biggest sources of negative energy in our lives. When we hold on to anger, it doesn't just affect the person we're angry at, it affects us. It weighs us down, both mentally and emotionally. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing bad behavior or forgetting what happened. It means choosing to release the emotional hold that anger and resentment have on you. When you forgive, you free yourself from the negativity that comes with holding on to past hurts. To practice forgiveness, start by acknowledging how you feel. It's okay to feel hurt or angry, and it's important to honor those feelings. But then, make the conscious choice to let go. You might not be able to do it all at once, and that's okay. Forgiveness is a process, but with time you'll start to feel lighter and more at peace. In summary, becoming conscious of negative energy and negative thoughts is the first step in clearing them from your life. By practicing mindfulness, gratitude, positive affirmations, and forgiveness, you can begin to shift your focus from negativity to positivity. Remember, it's a daily practice. The more you make these habits a part of your life, the more peaceful and positive your energy will become. Thank you for taking the time to join me today. I hope these tips help you bring more light and positivity into your life. Take care, and remember to be kind to yourself on this journey.
Thanks for watching.